unconscious casualty. If you come across an unconscious casualty, remember the word DRAB. D for danger. R for response. Shout for help if you don't get a response. A for airway. And B for breathing. As soon as you come across a casualty that's unconscious on the floor, the first thing you've got to do is check the area for danger. You must look up, you must look around and look to see if there's anything that can hurt you. For example, falling objects, electrical wires, and also any scary people around that might have had a fight with this person. So always make sure it's safe before you start to approach. After you've checked the area for danger, the next thing you need to do is check for response. Now, ideally, you want to try and approach a casualty, if at all possible, from the feet. That way, they don't injure their neck by looking up, because if you just suddenly stood over their head, they actually have to lift their head upwards in order to be able to see where you are. So try and approach them for their feet, and see if they can respond to your verbal commands, such as, "Hi there, can you open your eyes for me?" Then we're going to see if they respond by pain. So you're going to push down on their collarbone like so, or pinch the ear, see if you can get a pain response. If you don't get no response, shout for help. Help! Then we need to open the airway. We do this by placing 2 fingers underneath the chin and 1 hand on the forehead. We lift the chin up and tip the head back. This opens the airway by moving the tongue out of the way, as these 2 pictures clearly show you. And then you need to assess whether they're breathing or not. And you need to look, listen and feel for up to 10 seconds for normal breathing. So I'm feeling with my cheek, I'm listening with my ear, and I'm watching for normal chest rise. This is so important. We must be able to identify if they are breathing normally. An adult breathes roughly 12 to 20 times in a minute. So in these 10 seconds, I should feel 2 to 4 breaths. Because if they're not breathing normally, we're going to assume they're not breathing at all. And that would mean we'd have to do CPR on them. So we must identify if someone is breathing normally or not. In this case, this casualty is breathing normally. Great news. However, they're still unconscious and still unresponsive. Why? Well, we need to kind of find out. We're going to do a 10-second head-to-toe survey. Around the head, looking for any lumps and bumps, any fluid coming out the ears. Look, see if they've got any necklaces on that might indicate they're allergic to something or they've got a medical condition. Down this arm, again looking for blood or anything that's abnormal about it. Check for pockets. If they have something sharp in a pocket, we need to, in order to remove it so they don't roll on it when we put them in a recovery position later. If they have something, I'll just remove it and I'm going to place it in the hand that's closest to me. Say if they had glasses on at this moment, I'll place it in this hand that's closest to me. Check this leg out and I'll check that leg out. We then need to put them into the recovery position. The recovery position looks like this. Arm out nice and straight. I always lean over the casualty because this way it helps me remind me which arm goes with where. This hand here closest to the head links fingers and kind of slaps her face, gently though. If I let go, however, this hand will just flop back on the floor. So I must make sure I link fingers and I slap her cheek there. The other hand, I grab the outside of the knee, bring the knee up until it's flat on the floor and make sure my knees are next to her torso. I know what I need to do, no strength required, just need to push on this knee and she'll roll over completely, like so. Push gently, over she comes. This leg here, up nice and high, 90 degrees, and then I will let go of this arm and then I will open her airway. Okay, I need to monitor her, make sure she's still breathing.